Hello guys, we're still on Silicon Valley Open Doors conference. Let me introduce Kelly and she will tell about her awesome startup.
So my name is Kelly Veronina, and I have a startup called Precision Software Solutions, short for Precision. And essentially it's going to be a VR-based platform that will allow wedding planners to plan their entire weddings out, no matter where in the country they are, from your home, from your office, with the bride and groom, and be able to basically plan that wedding in virtual reality. So if you're imagining if you were to go inside of a church or on a beach or in Cabo or in Dubai, and it would basically be a virtual reality space built where you can go in there and start moving chairs, tables, chandeliers, whatever it is that you need to make that space look like a real life space, and you'll be able to actually be wherever you are and they be wherever they are, and you would be working together and never have to go anywhere. And it's also like a two-problem fix, because a lot of wedding planners, they have an issue with fixing the issue with fixing the issue with having multiple platforms. So any given time, maybe a 3-month wedding, we're using about 5 apps. 6-month wedding, you're using maybe about 9 apps. 2-year wedding, depending on how complicated it may be, you might be leaving about 10 or 11 apps. And the concept of having to control your wedding, also have all of those processes involved and not in one place, it's very time consuming. So the issue is to find a way to build a single sign-on platform that will allow you to essentially build the wedding from start to finish without going anywhere, having all of those platforms in one single sign-on platform, and make our lives easier, because we're going to be saving a lot of time, and time is money, so.
Please tell our audience, is it going to be a B2B platform or B2C?
So it's going to be a business to B2B, business to business, and we can always, we'll always have that access. So if a customer wants to purchase the platform, they can actually purchase it. So we'll be licensing for them, but we're not going to be necessarily marketing them. It's going to be, we're going to be the customer is going to be basically our vendors and our planners, but primarily our planners.
Can you please tell us about your background and how you find such nice idea?
So I was a planner for 10 years, and I had my own company, Precision a la Mode, and February of this year I decided to take my last wedding, which is my last wedding, and after that I just decided, it was time to build this platform. But the idea came because I decided that I wanted to be like the #1 planner in San Diego. So I said, I have too many apps in my phone. How can I fix this problem, I really need to fix this problem. And so I said, I'm going to come up with a platform, I'm going to build it myself, and I started saving up for it. And then started hanging around with a lot of other entrepreneurs. And I just decided, why would I fix this program and fix it just for myself? Why not build a program that will fix it for every planner? Because I'm sure I'm not the only one that's looking at my hours and thinking, did I just really make $4 an hour after working for 6 months? It's crazy. So definitely a problem that needs to be fixed.
Awesome. Do you have any people in board or maybe some advisor you would like to share?
I'm sorry, can you say that one time?
Do you have any kind of advisor who can help you build this application?
Yes, actually I have a team of 5 right now. I have a technical advisor. He is wonderful. His name is Snoop. He has about 20 plus years experience being a software engineer. So he's helping me with all of the steps as far as getting it developed and figuring out what the steps will be, building the minimum viable product. I have a mentor who's also my advisor, Craig, and he is going to be helping me with all of the fundraising and portions of that. And I have a wonderful advisor named Robin. She is going to be like the leader of things, I would say, because she's part of the industry herself. 20 plus years as well as a wedding planner, but also she's on one of the largest bridal organizations in the United States. So very helpful having someone so tightly knit into the actual planners organization. One of the things that we talked about really in-depthly when we first actually started discussing why she was coming on board was the fact that she said, you know, there's so many tech people out there building out all of these programs. These are the reasons why we have apps to use, but the problem is that they have no idea about our industry. They don't know that even though they're helping a little bit, they're not really helping by keeping everything divided. So the issue is having so many apps and things to log in. Everybody has all the different types of rules behind your password, so you can't use the same one over and over again. It gets confusing when you already have 1,000 things in your head, you know? So she said, you know, you're a planner, and I came on board because you're a planner, and I feel like you understand my pain, you know? You understand that you can't just be some tech genius building an app. You actually have to be, you can't be just a tech genius building an app. You have to be really experienced in that field to actually pinpoint those areas. And so far, that's the feedback that I've got. They love the fact that I have been a planner, I've been in the trenches, know what the issues are, and I can address them. So.
Sounds perfect. So, tell our audience, please, what's plan, what step you're going to do to achieve your goal? Maybe it's some meetings with investors or with some advisors you mentioned.
So the goal is for me to get together with my team and basically address the different steps. We've already done part of that, but hopefully we're going to start fundraising the next month or so as far as raising capital. But the main issue was addressing the VR issue, because I actually also didn't mention, but I have a VR advisor as well with the General Atomics. He's I believe a director with them, and has over, I say 20, 30 years experience in that field. And one of the main issues that he was addressing was when we get to start innovating into that VR, because VR is kind of, I wouldn't say it's new, but it's not as refined as it should be right now. So it's not going to be something we're just going to jump into. You know, it's going to be something that has its levels to it. You know, it is going to be part of the minimum viable product, but it's definitely going to, once it gets to that part, you're going to need to have certain things. Like, for instance, let's say I wanted to build out the system, right? I need to have tables, I need to have chairs, I need to have the chandeliers. So there are places like 3D Event Designer, another one would be All Seated. They make 3D models and they have like a 360 view, but that's not really VR, you know. So they have access to that kind of technology, but they're not as upgraded as where we want to be. So the concept was finding places like they found to find the furniture. So I realized that they were using a lot of furniture stores. Oddly enough, there's a good amount out there that are actually building a 3D base for their furniture. But meeting someone here actually at this conference, so which makes it awesome coming here, because I did not know that I was actually going to meet a potential business partnership or business partner. But they are actually building that database right now to be able to actually go into their platform as like mine is an all-in-one. Theirs would be an all-in-one where you can actually go there and you can buy the venue. You can purchase the venue or you can purchase the tables and chairs. So instead of you going to the little man knocking on all the doors, they're doing all the hard work for you. And all you're doing is licensing that program. So if you license that program and we can utilize that, it saves us so much time. And then again, time is money, so.
Absolutely. Thank you. Thank you very much. Maybe you have something to tell our startuppers, young entrepreneurs. Maybe you have some advice for them.
My advice to them would be no matter where you come from, because my life wasn't as easy as a lot of people come from. It came from a really hard life. And a lot of people did not think that I would be where I am today. And I got it from being resilient. When they say use one word that defines you, I would say my resiliency got me where. So I would say no matter how many people tell you no, you can do 1,000,000 no's, and eventually 1,000,001 is going to be a yes. Take that yes. Never, ever, ever take no and then give up. Because if I had took no, I wouldn't be here today.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Thank you for being with us.
Thank you so much. Yeah.